PDF format. My son has designed he would like to embroider on hats and other things, but I don't know what program is best for this. My advice to you, Chlorid 271. The program that I think is best is Chroma Lux. That's the program that I use, and that's the program that I recommend that you guys purchase because it's a program I'm most familiar with. So, waiting for some people to enter in the chat before I start talking to you guys, because I don't want to talk to myself. I want some little bit of interaction today. So, I'm going to wait for some people to come in and make sure I'm live on the channel. Yep, I'm live. I can see myself. All right, cool. So, baby girl, how are you doing? Hit the like button as you guys are coming in. Please hit the like button as you are coming in. I appreciate you being there. How is your day going, baby girl? Baby Giant Services. Sorry, Baby Giant Services LLC. Baby Giant Services. What services do you offer? Just curious. Just curious. What services do you offer? And guys, I'm sorry, by the way, I'm not putting thumbnails up immediately before the videos. I'm going to put my thumbnails after the fact. So I got 11 people on. Please hit the thumbs up button as you are joining in so the video can get joined out so more people can join into the chat. I'm also going to have a call-in number in a little while so you guys can call in and give your opinions. But you know what? Why don't I just do that right now so you guys can call in and let me know what your opinion is as to why most businesses fail. So the line is open right now. You guys can call in and join in the conversation if you would like, and give your opinions why most businesses fail. Okay, so baby girl says direct to film, HTV, vinyl, sublimation, and embroidery. Cool. What machines do you have? Just curious, what machines do you have, Baby Giant Services? I'm assuming that you do children's merch, I'm assuming. But guys, yeah, the call-in number should be on the screen right now, so you guys can call in if you like. Oh, I got it's hard to see it. Give me a second. Let me adjust that so you guys can see it better. All right, boom. All right, here we go. You should be able to see it better now. All right, there we go. That's the call-in number right there. Sorry about that, guys. So, I'm going to start the chat a little bit. I want a little bit more people to come in first, and then we'll start the chat. Let me know what city you're viewing from, please, in the chat. What city are you viewing from? Adults and children's, baby girl says. Adults and children's merch. All right, so I'm going to start the chat right now. All right. Epsom ET 15,000 for sublimation. Oh man, the Morgan Group, the Morgan Group should be on right now. Anderson, let me know if you want to join in the chat. You can call in, Anderson. I'll shoot him a text and see if he wants to join in. But right now, I keep on emphasizing how everybody's going through this financial turmoil because I don't know what happened. Well, I kind of do know what happened. We had the pandemic, and our current government was giving away money like crazy, along with a bunch of bad decisions. But now we all have to suffer the financial ramifications due to our government's decisions, and no fault of our own, nothing that we can control, but we all got to deal with it. So it seems to me that it appears to me that everybody's in financial turmoil. All the businesses, and these applications and these platforms are businesses too, guys, and everybody's feeling it, including these applications, these platforms, these services that we use, as well as influencers like myself and others that you see. I talk to people, and everybody's feeling it, trust me. So you're not the only one. But the only thing I can say is to stay focused and stay creative. Stay creative being number one, and stay focused and keep on grinding, right? But leads me to the topic of discussion. Why most businesses fail. In the chat down below, in the chat, let me know what you think about the reason might be that most businesses fail. Baby Girl Giant, what do you feel, what do you think is the reason why most businesses fail? I'm going to tell you in a second. But what do you think is the reason why most businesses fail? Type in the chat, guys. Type in the chat. Baby Giant LLC Services. Baby Giant Services LLC is the only one typing in the chat. What's going on, Stacy, over on Facebook? Stacy Wallace Sullivan. How are you, Stacy? What do you think is the reason why most businesses fail, Stacy? I'm going to go in. All right. So, do you know you start your business, you have a plan, you know what you want to do, and you know the goals that you're trying to accomplish. And most people start businesses because they want to make money, right? Because they want to be financially independent, and they want to have the successful business, and they want to, you know, accomplish things financially within their business, right? I would go as far as to say most people, a lot of people don't even go into business because they really like the thing that they're doing. I think now in recent times more so people are trying to go into business and they actually enjoy doing what they're in business for, right? But most businesses fail because they don't stay in business long enough. How many of you guys knew that in the chat? Lack of drive. Stacy Wallace says lack of drive. But the truth of the matter is, I think it's a fact that business owners don't have good customer service skills. Yeah, and customer service skills is something that we should learn. And I agree with you. A lot of business owners don't have good customer service skills because people start businesses and they want to be the boss, right? They want to be the boss, and they don't treat people right, and they don't try to build relationships. And I think successful businesses run on relationships. But most businesses fail. You have to know how to talk to people and not at people. That is correct. That is correct. Most businesses fail, though, because they are not in business long enough. And all these answers that you're giving, what's going on, Swala Sarat? How are you doing? Giving up. Correct. If you think about it, all these skills, like customer service skills, for example, you have to learn that. If you don't know how to treat customers and how to talk to people, that's a skill that has to be learned, right? So the majority of answers that people are going to give, the majority answers that people in the chat are saying are all things that has to be learned, right? So you can't learn those things if you don't stay in business long enough. And I'm quite sure a lot of business owners will tell you themselves that every day they learn something new, because you continuously learn, like, how to improve your business and how to operate your business better. I'll give you an example. All right, so I came into the space and I had big dreams, right? And my initial thought was, I'm gonna get in here, get my equipment in here, get situated, and I'm gonna hire somebody, right? I didn't have a solid plan. It's not that I didn't have a solid plan. I didn't have a solid way to execute that plan, and I didn't know that. I thought that I gave myself some time before I hired somebody, and I thought that I could bring somebody in and I can learn how to be the boss, and I kind of put the responsibility on having them be profitable as an employee partially on them. I put that responsibility on them when that responsibility is actually supposed to be on me as the business owner. So that's something that I learned, and I'm glad I went through that and I'm out of that, because I learned a lot employing somebody, right? I was too lenient with my employee, and I didn't know how to delegate properly, and that is because I hadn't developed systems in my workspace and I hadn't built up the clientele as an official business yet enough to justify hiring somebody. Everything was solely dependent on YouTube and other things that I had that were going in the background that kind of died down now, right? So I had to get rid of my employee because it didn't make sense anymore. But now looking back on it, in order to have a successful business, learn how to be a boss, learn how to talk to people, learn how to acquire new customers, learn how to develop systems, learn how to develop a, when I say develop system, listen to me. What I mean is, okay, so for example, Baby Giant Services. You have an embroidery machine, right? If you hire somebody, you have to develop a system to train an employee how to run that embroidery machine so that every time you hire somebody, you have that system in place that is a definite way that somebody is going to learn how to use this machine and how to use that machine effectively. Get it? So that's a system. DTF. You gotta develop, learn a system to train each employee how to use this specific machine that works for everybody so that when new people come in, you can teach them that system and get them on that system, which makes the process from hiring somebody to having an employee a gradual and easy process that everybody can learn, right? You have to develop a system so that they can log into your account, get the orders, and go fulfill the orders and have that system in place so when they come in to start their day, start the day of work, they can go ahead and start. They know exactly what they're supposed to do, and you don't even have to say anything. You have to develop a system. And that goes back to what I said. Most people don't stay in business long enough for their business to be successful, because all of these things I just talked about have to be learned, and you can't learn any of these things unless you stay in business long enough. Make sense, guys? So most businesses fail because they are not in business long enough. All right, let me elaborate on that, right? So when you open your business, arguably, well, not arguably, pretty much most businesses right now, they already have other businesses that offer services like those businesses. There's darn sure printing and embroidery businesses out already, right? So I'm the new kid on the block offering these services. So how do I expect to get organic new customers? I can't just open up my business and expect everybody to flood in here and know that I do embroidery and custom printing. It takes some time, some amount of time for people to know that my business is here and for customers to start telling other people that my business is here. And that involves staying in business long enough for my business to get seen, for my customers to go tell other people that I'm here. And most people close their business before that time happens. Does that make sense, guys? Most businesses are not successful because they don't stay in business long enough to establish their business, to get new business, to build relationships with customers, to learn good customer services, to develop systems, to put systems in place, to hire an employee, to be able to get the business enough to hire an employee. Most people don't stay in business long enough to develop all those things. All these things come in time. Make sense? In the chat, does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? Let me know how many people are on right now. 27 people. Smash the like button, guys. And in the chat, I got 26 people. Let me know where you guys are watching from so I can keep on going with this chat. And by the way, if you are interested in chiming in, the call-in number is right here. No pressure. You guys are scary. Nobody's calling in. I got one person. I got two people to call in on two separate lives before. But now's your chance. I'm very friendly. I won't bite. Call in and give your opinion if you like the topic of discussion and if you have any input. Most businesses go out of business prior to them establishing themselves as a business. It takes a while for somebody to recognize you as the person or the business that offers that specific service that you're offering. So I'll give you an example. I worked for Amtrak for over 20 years. So my name was synonymous with Alan the conductor. Oh, Alan, Amtrak. Every time somebody mentioned Amtrak to one of my friends, my name popped into their head. Oh, I know somebody who works for Amtrak. Oh, people start calling me, Alan, how much is it for a train from Philadelphia to New York? Like, I don't know. You got to call in and find out. The prices vary depending on the time and depending on what train you're getting on. People used to no, for real. People started calling me and asked me these questions, right? So I worked for Amtrak long enough for me to be known as the Amtrak guy, right? When somebody mentioned Amtrak in conversation, oh, I know somebody who works for Amtrak. So that took time for people to know me as that person. Just like it's going to take time for people to know you as the person that offers that service for your business. Right now, people know you for the thing that you've done the most, for the thing that they associate with you with, right? So they might know you as the person to call when they want to hang out, right? They might know you as, the person that, my college roommate or something like that. I don't know, whatever. But it takes some time for them to know you as the person that offers that particular service that your business offers, right? And when you change careers, when you change professions, the people have to disassociate you in their minds from the thing that you used to do to the thing that you not do, and that takes time. Make sense? So most businesses fail because people are not in business long enough to establish that business for them to be known as a person that offers that service, so that when that particular thing that people need comes up in conversation, they say, oh, I know somebody who does embroidery, right? Oh, I know somebody who does sublimation. Oh, I know somebody who makes t-shirts. You don't become that thing until the amount of time passes by and you continuously offer that service so that people can know that you're the person to think about. Like right now, I'm becoming that guy to a lot of my friends. So like a lot of the people at Amtrak, they'll call me and, for pricing on shirts and stuff like that if they need something done, or embroidery or something like that, because they've been seeing me on YouTube for a while, and now they see that I have a shop, and now they see the things that I make, so they associate with me with that. So I'm becoming that. And the public that doesn't know you, right? You have to expose yourself and put your business out there on something like a Google Business Profile to become the person that offers that service. Make sense, guys? All right, I just want to hit y'all off with that real fast, but let me read some of these comments. I'm failing because I can't meet the process time, I guess. In less than 5 hours a day, having issues. 25 years. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Hello from Ohio. And at the end of the day, I'm not exhausted in pain. How do you balance all the services you offer as A-Dubb? I don't. So my kid is grown, so I don't have to balance that much. When I leave here and I leave the physical machines at this location, and I have a few items at the house, but for the most part, I enjoy what I'm doing. So even when I go home, I'm kind of like thinking about what I'm going to do next or what I'm going to make next. So because I enjoy what I do, I actually do it kind of like, or think about it 24/7. And I kind of got to step back from that, but I can't help but to think about it because this is my business full time. So like I think about it all the time. Not only that, I enjoy the whole creative process with everything that I do. So it's like I don't know. It's like if you played sports or something, you would just want to go play all the time if you enjoyed it. So I don't know. I look at it like that. I kind of enjoy it, so I don't like I don't feel the need to have to balance that much, right? But when I leave here, I'll go home and I'll chill out, you know, and I'll unwind a little bit, try to detach my mind from this. But for the most part, I always either want to make a video or make a garment. And a lot of the times, I feel like I should have one of these machines at the house because I always want to make something, and I'm like, oh, I gotta wait till tomorrow till I get to the studio. So, yeah. But yeah, you can even when I'm at home, sometimes I'm got my computer, I'm digitizing something, or I'm going through old footage and cutting up clips and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm still trying to find out how to set up a website. What kind of website do you want? Do you want a e-site? Get a Shopify. I just watched your video about embroidering hats, and I'm so glad I found you. I didn't know there was a clip for hats. I do have to ask you what program you use to make your own design. A PS. I believe I just answered that question, but it wasn't you. Yeah, it was you, I think. I use Chroma Lux, and that's the program that I recommended you use. Chroma Lux by Ricoma. I'll put a link down in the description of this video after this video goes up. I'll put a link so you can click on it and inquire about getting Chroma Lux through my Ricoma affiliate link. But that's the program I use, and I have a few tutorials on how to use a program in the description down below. And you can also go to my website, alanawade.com, and purchase some .pes files so your son and yourself can practice on. All right, so alanawade.com. And let me type it in the chat real fast. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to the website and I'll grab my link so that I can just paste it in the chat so you guys can have a reference right there. And you can get some .pes designs for your brother machine, and you can play around with those designs. My son has designs he would like to put on hats, and I'm not sure what program you use. I'm fairly new to this. Okay, no problem. I was new too once upon a time. Do you have to go to any schools because you are so talented? Did you go to any schools? Yeah, my degree is in digital film and video production. I went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia, but don't think that you're limited because you're not formally educated. I highly believe that when you get formally educated, it takes the fun out of the things that you enjoy doing. I'll give you an example. I got examples for this for all these things all day. So prior to me going to film school, I made music videos, and I started getting fairly popular around the city for shooting music videos. People started hiring me to shoot their music videos. I would charge $1,000 a video, right? I would give them like 3 scenes and a couple of different outfit changes, and I would shoot their music video. So I started getting really good at it, and I decided, you know what? I'm making money doing this. I like doing this. I'm gonna go to film school to find out how to do this properly. All right. So I went to film school, went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia, and I started learning the proper way of doing things. And immediately I look back at all the videos and all the stuff that I did, and I'm looking back at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, all this is trash. This is terrible. Oh my gosh, look at this mistake. Look at this mistake I did. Oh my gosh, I shot this. I didn't follow I didn't follow all these rules, right? My lighting was terrible, whatever. But at the end of the day, what mattered was I was successful doing it before I went to film school. When I went to film school, they taught me about script writing. They taught me about shopping your film. They taught me about budgeting. They taught me about hiring a crew. They taught me about aperture. They taught me about frame stops. They taught me about lighting. They taught me about set design. So they put all these barriers in front of me that involved financial hurdles that I couldn't afford. So by the time I got out of film school, it was hard for me to start shooting videos, even YouTube videos again, because I thought I needed lighting. I thought I had to hire a crew. I thought I had to do this. I thought I had to do that. But you don't. You don't. So if you enjoy doing something, don't think that you need a formal education to do it. just grab a camera, just grab a machine, and just start doing it. Because people invented these rules, right? And these rules can often times hold you back from accomplishing whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And right now, in today's day and age, you have to compete with me as a filmmaker. I have to compete with people, with kids that will grab their phone with no education and just start recording and go viral. I can't compete with that if I'm following all the rules that film school taught me. Those are barriers, those are distractions. It's good to know how to do things the proper way, but it's even better if you can create new ways of doing things. Then you can become the rule maker. You know what I mean? The person makes the rules. So yeah, is it hard to set up a Shopify? That is a tough question to answer. Are you savvy with computers? Have you been playing around with computer software? I would say no. It's not difficult to set up a Shopify store at all. But somebody else might think it is difficult to set up a Shopify store. So that's relative. It depends on the individual. But overall, I would say no. It's pretty simple to set up a Shopify store. All right, let me see what else question we got here. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys have any more questions, you can go ahead and ask me. But I'm gonna jump off of the live. I just want to give you guys something to think about. Don't give up on whatever it is you're trying to do. If it's not working out, try to promote yourself and advocate for yourself and present yourself in front of your friends and family and potential clients as a person that offers that thing as a service, and give your business some time to grow so you can establish yourself as a person, establish your business as the person that as the business that offers that services, so that when people talk about that particular service in conversation, you can pop into the head, and that's going to come in time. All right, thank you for sharing your experience. No problem. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Join the channel if you're not joined already, and if you join the channel, I will see you on a one-on-one Zoom chat on Friday. That's tomorrow afternoon. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Peace.